The Palm Beach Civic Association brings you Palm Beach TV, the island's only newscast. We're sponsored by the Fortin Foundation of Florida. Our mission is to inform town residents about the unique challenges of island life and to highlight the actions and achievements of our leaders and the dynamic people who live here. Now the news.
I'm Sally Lewis with Palm Beach TV. 2 lieutenants from Palm Beach Fire Rescue recently returned from a mission on the west coast of Florida to help victims of Hurricane Ian. Their story is unforgettable.
Some of the areas felt very apocalyptic is the word that kind of comes to mind. There was just homes and cars and boats that were just completely gone, missing, turned over. Houses were stacked up on top of each other. It was, total devastation.
Palm Beach Fire Rescue responded immediately to a statewide call for help on the West Coast after Hurricane Ian made landfall on September 28th. 3 members of the force were deployed in an ambulance and 4 others by fire engine, including Lieutenant Anthony Curtis.
We came into Fort Myers Beach. It was complete devastation when we pulled in. We promptly were turned around to work on the inner side of Iona McGregor, which is on the other side of Fort Myers Beach, where they had just as much devastation. We came across a house that was obviously not livable, and unfortunately the people who were in there only knew that they weren't leaving their house and they had to stay there. They had no power and they needed 24-hour medical care. So when our first mission was moving 2 elderly people down and out of the devastation. The thing I remember the most was there was a 54-foot boat blocking our access and people living on it.
Lieutenant Montoya says the hardest part is trying to find a place to start when there's so much destruction.
The entire island was covered in, I don't know how much sand. It looked like snow at that point, and they were trying to get bulldozers through and just essentially snow plowing sand so that we could get vehicles in and out, particularly emergency vehicles and search vehicles and things like that.
First responders from Palm Beach were on the West Coast for over 10 days, sleeping inside the fire engine, inside the ambulance, or on the beach. Both lieutenants were on a mission together in 2018 following the devastation on Florida's Panhandle caused by Hurricane Michael.
I mean, as a fireman, we put a lot of things in our back burner because we have to be the rock and stone for the civilians. But it is very overwhelming, and it's not an overwhelming as in I'm shocked at it. It's an overwhelming thing that we can't help this many people in this short a time. The biggest thing that we bring over there is compassion.
Everybody here at the fire department was super excited that anybody that was a representation of our department was able to go over there and help people. And that's kind of in our DNA as first responders to just leap at the opportunity to help someone.
Palm Beach Fire Rescue has since sent another ambulance to the West Coast with 3 first responders because of the enormous number of current 911 calls.
This is Wendy Rutledge. Well, we salute the ongoing efforts of our first responders. Our own civic duty to cast a vote in the upcoming general election is coming up soon. If you plan to vote in person on November 8th, you are reminded to make sure you know where your polling location is, as they have changed since the last election. The Supervisor of Elections office sent out new voter registration cards which provide your new polling location. Or you can call their office to verify at 561-656-6208. Early voting is another option. Since there are no early voting locations on the island, here are 2 locations close by where you can cast your vote before November 8th, Election Day. They are Summit Library at 3650 Summit Boulevard in West Palm Beach and Howard Park Community Center at 1302 Parker Avenue in West Palm Beach. Again, don't forget to verify your polling location if you do plan on voting at a Palm Beach location on Election Day, November 8th.
Please keep an eye out for any breaking news on the November 8th general election. Palm Beach TV will provide you with the latest election results that are available on November 8th at 10 p.m.
That's it for this week's edition of Palm Beach TV. Thank you for joining us. Please go to palmbeachcivic.org where you'll find all the latest news. We'll see you next time.
Palm Beach TV is a production of the Palm Beach Civic Association. We thank our sponsor, the Fortin Foundation of Florida, and encourage you, our viewers, to let us know how we can provide news coverage that best serves our members and residents.